Here's what happened this week in North Carolina politics. In case you missed it, 2025 is almost half over. Once again, our state legislature just did not feel like working this week, so they took the week off. Must be nice. This week, the state of North Carolina was sued by the Trump administration. The administration is demanding that the State Board of Elections make big changes to voter registration procedures, stemming from a bunch of the same issues that Jefferson Griffin and the state Republican Party wanted to reverse last year's election over. Specifically, the lawsuit wants to give the State Board of Elections 30 days to contact about 250,000 voters whose registrations they have issues with, or purge those voters entirely. Now, none of this would affect any of the 2024 elections, including Justice Allison Riggs. Those elections are decided, but the new Republican majority of the State Board of Elections could wind up just deleting 250,000 voter registrations, and most of those voters would have no idea until they tried to go vote. Governor Josh Stein is warning that debris removal costs from Hurricane Helene are going to cost North Carolina taxpayers about $200 million more after the Trump administration denied the state's request to cover that cost. They sent Governor Stein this really curt letter signed by a guy with the title Senior Official Performing the Duties of Administrator of FEMA, whatever that means, because the Trump team fired their own guy at FEMA after a couple months on the job and still haven't found anyone permanent, so this doesn't seem like a big priority. New research out from the German Marshall Fund found that hostile nations like Russia, China, and Cuba all collaborated to spread lies and confusion on social media immediately in the wake of Hurricane Helene last year. All three governments use state-run media and bot networks to help AI images and narratives go viral, and that helped create this self-reinforcing belief system that was strongly associated with political partisanship. And a lot of these images are very convincing, but if you look closely, you can tell that some are fake. Both domestic and foreign sources also paid several content creators in Western North Carolina to amplify total nonsense. You know what I'm talking about here, right? And the result of sowing all that distrust is a slower recovery. Even now, over half the people who are eligible for housing aid from their government haven't even tried, and a lot of them because they were lied to that something horrible would happen if they tried to get it. Nonpartisan budget analysts are screaming at the leaders of our legislature that they are steering North Carolina into a giant budget deficit, but as usual, those leaders are basically ignoring it. Hats off to our Canes for a great season. Tough loss the other night, but we'll get them back next season. Keep your chin up. Have a great weekend.